Member time.
Hello, it's Ruth.
And Karen.
And welcome to the channel.
And have we got a vid for you?
Video for us?
Not for us.
Oh, yes, we've got a video for you.
We've got the lovely
Alejandro.
Yes, and her latest vlog, which at first glance you might think, oh, it's just the same old boring nonsense. However, if you, say, rewatch it again, scratch a little further, you might come up with a different conclusion.
A different vibe.
Yes, and we're here to provide that for you today.
New vibes are us.
So, without further ado, we're going to crack on with it.
Thank you.
Well, howdy friends, welcome back to a new vlog. Listen, this pregnant girl is just, as I've said, she's carved up.
I think that's fairly obvious, Alejandro. You're very carved up.
I'm liking the opening. I'm pregnant.
Yeah, always. Let's stick it in there. Did I tell you I'm pregnant? Yes, love, you did.
Yeah.
300 times. Also the glasses. The sunglasses drove me a little bit insane because I don't know what it was with the sunglasses, but she was playing with them quite a lot. Is that some kind of vibe she's after? Look at me, I'm wearing sunglasses. We can see that. You don't have to keep touching them.
I don't think it's a vibe of look how great I am in my sunglasses. The whole thing is giving me a vibe of I really don't want to be here. And what's the best way to hide that? Stick some gigs on.
Yeah, and of course then we can't see her eyes, can
Exactly.
we?
Exactly.
We can see those lying eyes.
We don't need to.
I had a little protein at home this morning so I could partake in this delicious bagel. Ever since we came to Pop-Up Bagels last weekend, I cannot stop thinking about these bagels.
And this is breaking news. Why? Because Alejandro, I can tell that you're the type of girl that obsesses about food all the time. Just saying.
Well, she's a self-confessed foodie, isn't she?
Well, yeah.
I just wonder why, though, we had last year, perhaps the year before, all those vlogs, so many vlogs where she talks about the feckin' Greek yogurt bagels and how marvellous they were.
Yeah.
So why don't you just make some at home, Alejandro? They were so great.
I suspect they probably weren't, Karen.
Well, they were so healthy, Ruth.
Don't quote me. I could be wrong. Bet they were terrible.
You know it.
If you have a Pop-Up Bagels near you, you gotta try. They're absolutely fire. And they still have the elote cream cheese. We finished it at home. So I decided this time I'm going to bring a couple bagels home. I did the 3 with the 1 schmear.
So out of curiosity, I had a look at the Pop-Up Bagels website this morning and their menu, and you have to buy a minimum of 3 bagels. So she didn't decide to bring some home. She had no choice but to buy 3 bagels.
She only bought 3.
Well, that's what she's letting on to.
Yeah.
Also, I looked at the calorie contents. Now, bagels are not massively high in calories, and these bagels are quite a bit smaller than like the New York bagels.
Yes.
So they typically, with the cream cheese on, typically you're looking at 350 to 450 calories, which as a breakfast is okay. As a meal, in fact, is okay.
Yes.
If you had 3 meals of that calorie content, you'd be quite low on calories. But let's remember, she's had protein before she came out.
Was that Mackie D?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a crispy DC.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or she robbed Anderson of his eggy breakfast.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah.
But anyway, so she's eating protein for breakfast. So that means she can go and have a great big carb fix.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
And I decided to get a couple plain and then 1 salt. And I'm gonna try the salt while it's fresh. It was super duper busy today, and I am trying it fresh out of the oven. I mean, actually, they're always hot bagels. Like, it's like their thing. They're like, hot bagels. Like, that's the vibe. That's what they say. So, hot bagels. I love to see it. So this is piping hot.
So Ruth just said to me, do we have to watch all this? She goes on for 5 minutes. And I said, yes, we do really. And the reason why we're watching this is because what struck me in this vlog is that she has become so desperate for content. She is at such a low point. Ruth actually said she's scraping further than the bottom of the barrel, which, if that's possible, I agree. So what we got now is a combination of different things she picks from TikTok and other social media. So what we have now is the what I eat in a day portion.
The reason that I found this particularly tiresome was how long can one person babble on about bagels? 5 minutes. 5 minutes. It was astounding. She's become very garrulous, very verbose, but about nothing. She is imparting nothing to us but desperation, in my humble opinion.
Well, it's rubble, isn't it? It's all just rubble.
Yeah.
And it's just trying to conceal the fact that she has a very lonely existence. She has no stimulation whatsoever outside of herself. I mean, the baby's away at daycare. She's not asked about the pet she has. I don't want to talk about the pet she has, but there's just nothing. There's nothing there. The husband isn't there. There's nothing going on in her life. And this is why she has to... It's like, you know, when you meet people who live on their own.
Yes.
And they can't stop talking.
Yes.
That to me is what she's like.
Yes.
I've been on my own all day. I've got to get all this out.
Yes.
All this stuff that's gone around my head. I've got to get out really quick.
Yes.
That's what she's like.
Only those people do not expect to be paid for it. And those people tend not to tell you barefaced lies.
That's true. Very
Probably.
true.
Probably.
So the reason I'm doing this too is this. Oh, it's so hot. This morning I posted the vlog with the pop-up bagels review, and so many of you guys said that like you love salt bagels. And no tea, no shade. Yara and I were kind of being shady about the salt bagels. We're like, why not just get a plain bagel or have a cracker?
So many people said, is this a case of monkey see, monkey do?
I don't know what this is a case of, Karen, but she can stretch out a bagel conversation and surrounding incidents, can't she?
Yeah, you know what she is? She's a lemming.
Yes.
I don't know if you ever played Lemmings.
No.
It used to be a little game and they all ended up jumping off a cliff.
Yeah.
Because lemmings just follow each other.
Yes.
And that's exactly what she is.
Yeah.
If she was with a bunch of other, in air quotes, influencers jumping off a cliff, she'd be jumping right with them.
Yeah. Yeah.
She has literally no thought processes of her own.
No original
I don't think she has any
ideas.
thought processes, to be honest.
Well, you know, I think you're right, because she's never thought this through.
No. Outside of herself, she's got nothing going on.
And look, today she's got bagels, Karen. Let's not take that away from her.
Would you dare?
She's so fresh. Hey girl, the girl next to me chomping on her bagel. You know what? Hey girl, let's try a salt bagel. Oh my God. Yeah.
So the interesting thing here was, this is how insecure she is in herself, that before she does anything, she's got to look around to see if anybody's watching her.
Yes.
Even before she started eating, she's looking and saying, oh, there's a girl next door eating bagels. So what? Do we need to know that?
Yeah.
It's not relevant to anything, is it? If you're outside somewhere that sells food, the chances are you'll see somebody in a car eating. It's no biggie.
But to her, it's bagel-related content, and we need to know it. Remember?
We need to know she's not the only fatty stuffing bagels outside the bagel shop.
And I'll sleep better tonight now. What struck me about this is how she's talking like Rosie, non-stop about shite, and she's looking like Foodie Beauty, sitting in a car, looking around at who's watching her.
Yeah. Yeah. Insecurity at its finest. I mean, what she's really trying to say is, I'm a fat girl eating, but somebody's eating next to me, so that makes it okay.
Yeah.
It is okay for fat girls to eat.
Yeah.
You know, does anybody care? We only care when you're giving out misinformation about obesity being healthy.
Yeah.
Other than that, knock yourself out, love.
How are bagels on a fetus, I wonder? Anyway.
Like I've said before, I'm not a sweets person. All I've really wanted is like sweets, which is not great with gastric bypass. You gotta be very careful.
Well, I missed that first time round, Karen. She's bringing out, I've had a gastric bypass card. You failed a gastric bypass surgery, Alejandro. So what the hell is you shoving everything down your gob you want to got to do with anything? Look at the size of you. You're a failed gastric bypass person. In fact, I would imagine your stomach's right back to what it was. You're definitely a fupa is.
Certainly is. And here's the thing, Alejandro. Let's cast our mind back to prior to Christmas, when she decided she was no longer going to do WW content. What did she do? At every given opportunity, she was showing donuts and cakes and sweets and all this, that and the other.
Oh, as for her not liking sweets, she's a joke.
Exactly.
A joke.
To sit there and say that after showing all that content, they're visible on a channel. I'm not going to go and search it out. You can find it. It's very easy. Just look from December onwards, where she is stuffing sweet stuff down her neck at a rate of knots. Ridiculous.
You just tell lies, Alejandro.
And on top of that, like, I there's been nights where I'm just like, nothing sounds good. Like, Yar will go through all my favorites, and I'm just like, oh, that all just sounds horrible. And it's like, the only thing, I was just like, this is just like a bagel.
There's a simple solution to that, Alejandro. How about eat nothing? You don't have to constantly snack. Once you've had your evening meal, why do you need to snack again?
Especially if everything you usually snack on doesn't sound great. I'd call that not being hungry, wouldn't you, Karen?
Well, yeah, if you don't fancy anything, it's because you're probably not hungry.
It's not obligatory to stuff your face every time your mouth's open.
Where do these girls, I'm talking about girl world here, all of them, get the impression that between meals they have to snack?
Because they think they're going to starve.
The only people that really probably need to snack between meals is type 1 diabetics.
Yes.
On insulin. And
it's a mechanical thing.
Yeah, back in the day, they used to recommend having a little snack between meals to keep your blood sugar stable.
Yeah.
I don't know now whether that's still a thing, but I would imagine so. Sometimes I'm a type 2 diabetic. Sometimes I need a little something between meals. But I'm talking like a morsel of something.
Yeah, you're not romping round to Mackie D.
No, I might have like a handful of nuts or, you know, a small bag of crisps or anything like that, just to sort of tide you over until your mealtime.
Yeah.
And that's only if I've been very, very active during the day.
Yeah.
Other than that, I can go hours and hours and hours without eating.
Yeah.
So after that, we moved on to a long session, very many minutes of tubing mascara.
Oh, yes, of course.
That was so gripping, we decided to say nada about it.
We did. It was an executive decision. We put it before the board and they said leave it out.
So we did.
Reluctantly.
Then we moved on to the extensive grifting section of the video, where she was comparing some kind of Dyson hair dryer thing with some other hair drying thing. They looked pretty much the same. They were different colours. The only difference was the one she was grifting was $207 versus the Dyson, which she had bought for $600. $600 for a fecking hairdryer.
Let that sink in.
What could a family do with $600? And it's not as if her hair looks any different. Her hair looks the same all the time. So she pays $600 for this bloody hairdryer and then puts her hair up in a bun or ties it back or whatever she does with it. It's never any fecking different.
No. She has to surround herself with stuff. Now, I like stuff. I like my kitchen stuff, don't I, Karen?
You do?
But I use it.
Yeah.
So there's
But you're
that.
not paying $600 for it.
Good Lord, no.
I mean, we recently paid 80 quid for a rice cooker. It's a very good rice cooker. And that was a huge amount to us, wasn't it?
It was a bit... Did you get me that for Christmas?
I think so.
Yeah.
But, I mean, we had to really, like, you know...
Well, you had to think on.
Can I justify spending this amount of money?
But it was a rice cooker for me, so of course you could.
Well,
silly.
It's a useful accessory to the kitchen.
Exactly.
Then we moved on to the other what I eat in a day portion of the video, where she made up, get this, I mean, this is how dire the content is. She made up a box mix of pasta. So basically it was dried pasta, you chuck it in a pan, you boil it, and then you whiz up the mix and you add it. She made minutes of content out of that.
Yeah.
I mean, I could stand and make a pot noodle, it'd be about as bloody interesting.
Look, she's got all the money in the world, apparently. She's got all the time in the world. We know. And she gets a boxed pack. Eat her heart out. Foodie Beauty and her KD.
Craft dinner.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is it. But on this day, she was busy, you see, because while she was having the bagel, she said she had to go home. She had work to do. And the whole makeup and the whole hairdo was to do this work from home.
Right.
So, which was probably, let's face it, an Instagram reel or a grift.
Yeah.
You know, that's not work, Alejandro.
Well, it's...
You know, that's not what I call a busy day. I could whip up a reel in about 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Post it, yada, yada. I don't do all that shit because I'm not interested in that side of social media. But it's that simple. It's ridiculous. So this whole section about making up a box meal. I mean, come on, love, put some fucking effort in.
Well, and her pregnant.
Yeah.
Fetus needs feeding.
Yeah. Why aren't you showing us something bloody healthy for your baby?
Yeah.
And then we move on to dinner, where she was cooking wild rice, chicken, frozen carrots, frozen broccoli, with some teriyaki sauce chucked on it.
She's absolutely bone idle. Bone idle. There is a place for frozen veg. I have frozen veg in my freezer. But what do we get at least twice a week, Karen?
Fresh veg.
Fresh veg. You're feeding a fetus. But anyway.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with frozen veg.
There isn't. There's a place for it.
It does keep the nutrients if it's frozen very quickly.
Yeah. But it's a convenience thing for busy moms, not birds who are knocking around the house all day, doing their makeup, putting the slug eyebrows on, fiddling with hair with $600 implements, and then you've got to chuck some frozen veg on. No sympathy.
No.
Terrible food.
Frozen veg to me is when you can't afford fresh veg. You can't got money for a shop. You can always keep veg in your freezer for those times.
Yes.
Or if you really are pushed for time and you haven't got time to shop, you haven't got time to prep, that's fine.
Busy people, Karen.
Busy people, exactly.
And I'm not even busy, and I only keep it for when everything else fails.
Now, here was a really telling section of the video. This section lasted, and I kid you not, 18 seconds of her 23.5-minute vlog. And this section contained her child and her pet playing in the backyard. This is the busy mom vlogger who wants to keep telling us she's pregnant and all the rest of it. I'm a mom vlogger. 18 seconds of content surrounding her child.
And what do you think the point of that 18 seconds was, Karen? Because I saw it straight away.
Yeah, the point was to show the child in the backyard with shoes on.
Yes.
Because she was criticised, wasn't she?
That's all that was about. We see you, Alejandro.
But to put yourself out as a mom vlogger and you include 18 seconds, it's ludicrous. This brings us on to why we put the thumbnail out we did. Has she outstayed her welcome? Most definitely. I mean, she said in this video, this is her 15-year anniversary on YouTube. And this is what it's down to now. It's down to what I eat in a day, what can I grift, what can I fling in a pan and say I'm cooking, a few seconds of what I'm actually here for, which is to be a mom vlogger, and nonsense. Nonsense. She's got absolutely nothing new to say. She's got no creativity left. She's got nothing left.
I sure do hope, Alejandro, that you've invested all the money you've grifted for 15 years. I hope you've invested it wisely, because that's all you've got. You've invested nothing in your child. You've invested nothing in your marriage. You've invested nothing in yourself. That's why you are what we see today before us, an empty vessel, desperate, beyond desperate for validation, and you're just not getting it because we've had 15 years of your nonsense. Are you getting it yet? I don't think she is, Karen.
No, what she's completely lost. Like when she started a YouTube career, if you like, she was very full of enthusiasm. She was very positive. She was giving out decent content for a vlogger. You know, her fashion was on point, her makeup was on point, all the rest of it. Now it's such a tired old formula. It's like, who cares? The world has moved on from this nonsense.
Yes.
This is somebody with over 500,000 subscribers who is barely scraping 30,000 views a video. If that doesn't tell you that your brand is failing, what will?
Yeah. But personality style dictates she won't be told nothing.
No. I mean, this is it with us. We our views over like April and May were diabolical. However, we're just here for the funsies, in all truth. Any revenue we get is put towards looking after animals, quite honestly. Yeah. So it doesn't matter to us. I mean, if somebody wants to point the finger and say, well, look at your views. Yeah, look at our views.
Great.
But at the end of the day, we enjoy doing it. It's not a chore for us.
Do you remember when we first started and we hit 20 subscribers?
Yeah.
We were over the moon.
I was over the moon at 5.
I know.
Bless us. And like 2 of them were me. One was my mum and one was Sabina.
Yeah. God bless her.
Just my 2 cents. Yeah, she was one of our first 5 subscribers and it was thrilling, and it still is thrilling.
Yeah.
To see more people join.
Yeah.
But for her, she's lost it. There's no pleasure in this for her now. So it's minimal effort, minimal output.
And we see it.
So the rest of the vlog was taken up with her slapping various things on her face and talking about TV shows, but then we get this.
And I thought, who's that then? Who is that? Because it certainly isn't Alejandro. Or is it a very filtered Alejandro?
I think it's probably a very filtered Alejandro.
I think so. She just can't help herself. She stood there in the flesh, then she flashes to this. It's like the easiest spot the difference you've ever seen, but she thinks people are going to swallow this.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the one where she stood there, she's filtered in the bathroom, but then we switch to this image, which is even more filtered.
It's sculptured.
Should I say photoshopped?
Yes.
To take away all the adipose tissue from under her chin and around her neck until she appears to have this very slim neck and very slim face.
She's very fond of herself, isn't she?
Yeah.
She's very fond of herself.
I think what she failed to do in this image was to take away all the blemishes, all the discoloration and the state of her skin, because Alejandro, what are you doing to that skin? All those products you're slapping on there are doing nothing for you, love. At your age, you shouldn't have skin like this.
And may I say, her latest purchase is a pillow she can lie on so that her skin doesn't touch her pillow on her bed, because she doesn't like all the products spreading. What is she going to bed with on her face that she's got to have a crane to hold her head up?
Grease. She hasn't actually bought it yet. She was thinking, should she buy it?
Yeah.
Because guess what? She's seen it
Yeah,
online.
yeah, must be great, must be right.
This woman.
I know.
She's just beyond, isn't she? She's beyond anything.
No, she's not beyond desperate now. She is desperate, and it screams, it reeks of desolation.
And despondency, which basically means she feels there's no hope for the future.
Yeah.
And you know what, Alejandro? You're dead right, love.
Dead right, first time.
I think we need to say no more.
No more need to be said.
Yeah. Anyway, please let us know what you think in the comments. I'm sure you will, because you're a fabulous audience.
And my wrist is less wristy today, so I will be in the comments. Probably.
Anyway, that's it from us for today.
Thank you so much for joining us. We adore you. If you made it this far, you are adorable.
Even if you only made it a bit the way through, you're still adorable.
Well, if you made it a bit the way through, you wouldn't hear this. You've got to stay to the end to hear how adorable you are. Am I right?
You're right.
All right.
Right, we'll see you very soon.
Thank you so much. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Bye.
Bye.
Are you sweating while putting gas in your car? Feeling sick while paying for it? Yeah, you have the coronavirus.